Let's get fucking massive!
What's going on? llewydavies representing the Terrible Twins. I get asked a lot of questions via email about the current state of the UK fitness industry. And I want to put it out there that the UK fitness industry is at an all-time high. And when I say an all-time high, there's a lot of prosperous young individuals trying to make breakthroughs, trying to gain sponsorships. That's absolutely amazing. It currently means the only way for the UK fitness industry is up. Off the back of that, I receive a lot of emails of people saying that they want to be sponsored athletes. They want to represent supplement companies and stuff. I'm going to offer you a few tips. I've been in the industry not a long time. However, within the time of being in it, I've gained copious amounts of knowledge because I've been lucky enough to be sponsored by companies. I own my own pre-workout brand, so I know what goes on behind the scenes. All athletes and aspiring athletes, if you're sponsored by a company, it's more than likely you're going to become endorsed, which basically means you're going to receive discount on supplements or free supplements. American athletes receive wages, or the top athletes receive wages. If you want to get sponsored by a company, you have to add an extra marketable value to that company to be worth something. If you're just representing a good physique and 6 selfies of your abs with 8 posts a day about what meals you're eating, there's a good chance a company will eventually take note of how good you look and use you to help promote their supplements. If you want to become a valuable asset to a company, as a businessman, you have to add value and a different market for them to sell into. If you're doing everything that everyone else is doing, they're not going to reach a new target audience. A lot of people in the UK use generic terms, the same training methods, yet wonder why they're only supplement endorsed. You've got the crazy athletes in America that are complete individuals that show their soul to the world. They swear they're charismatic. They're not politically correct, but we live in a world that's not politically correct. Yet they receive good finances from the companies because they're reaching out to a market that the company does not have access to. Don't be afraid to be yourself. I'm not telling everyone to go out and start swearing, shouting and being an arsehole on camera in view of getting sponsorship. It doesn't work like that. But as a human being and an individual, you've got your own niche. Don't jump on these generic bandwagons. The posts about food, how many macros you're eating. Companies don't care how many macros you're eating. If you're eating their supplements and using them, their macros are going to change. You have to become valuable to a company. What can you add to the brand that you want to represent? All you have to do is construct a letter. Your assets. What can you do to amaze me as a director of a company? And I think, wow, he's adding a new marketable value to this company so I can hit an audience and improve my sales as a businessman. Because that's what companies want. If you've got a great body, that's amazing. But remember, that's not your value. I can turn an overweight person into a demigod looking mother in about 4 months. Does it mean they're going to get sponsored? No, it doesn't. What do you stand for? What's going to make one of the A-list companies want to sign you, give you free supplements and a little bit of a wage? What can you add to them? Remember, before I sign off, if you've got a great body, I'm very proud of for the work that you've done. But business is business. If you own a company, you're not going to give someone free stuff just for them to put their name next to it. They've got to be worth something, aesthetically, emotionally, or for the way that they think. Plan what it is you're trying to portray to the public. Plan what it is you want a company to understand about your brand, which is you. Send them an email. You'll get rejected the first time, second time, and maybe the third time. It doesn't mean you're not good enough. It means that someone's ahead of you. Your time will come. Stay focused. Just want to say as well, big shout out to everyone in the UK that's doing their thing. You know, we're trying to grow as an industry in the UK. We're not battling with the Americans, but you know, they're doing their thing, they're flying high because they're not afraid of being themselves. We should take note, be an individual, not a sheep, and go and conquer the world.